100,000 years from now, maybe somebody will recognize what I'm talking about with the camera systems and how to pick up anomalies. I'm sure there's other companies out there right now that see anomalies in their cameras and are like, what the heck's going on here? Also, whenever they were talking about the filming of certain movies and having to have certain protections put upon them and all kinds of stuff, because it's not because of what projects they're working on, you wouldn't think that, right? It has to do with the people that are involved in it, because wherever you go, your soul and walks with you. Your souls are all connected. Everything of life is connected. I'm just trying to let people know that because I've noticed and heard certain things happening in entertainment over the years, spiritual things, and they just go, well, it must be something else. Your soul and your faith and the way you are, you're in physical realms and spiritual ones at the same time, on earth as it is in heaven. It is absolutely imperative that I try to tell people and warn people and forewarn people that I don't believe that entertainment's a problem if it's absolutely teaching something like really, really good in the outcomes of them. But it all depends on what the heck God thinks, right? Because I don't know where the grace of God over us right now is, because all I know there's spirit everywhere. And I also know that there's many, many atrocities going on. And when it comes to sin, insanity, and crime, those are all the same things. So I go right into the text and I try to tell myself, once saved, always saved. You can even create a mountain of sin. Nothing can separate you from the Father. I go into the text and saying that when two become one, you can move mountains. So it has to do with relationship and trying to make straight the path and turn your sin into glory for God. Because later on it talks about those who revel in sin, who love being insane and crazy, who like to cause destruction and mayhem, who love doing it. Those are the worst. If you hate it, if you hate your life, and you're able to change it, transform it, or get out of those conditions, because it becomes worse whenever you read the Bible and it says seven unclean. One person goes outside of their house. This is how bad it is. One person goes outside of their house. They go meet seven people unlike themselves at first, but then they become like their friends. This is what really happens. You become like your friends. Your friends rub off on you. Whatever the heck it is you were doing, it didn't matter because you need social lives. And then could end up in worse condition from it. It's a warning in the Bible about it. I don't like it any more than anyone else does. Because I couldn't have done anything any different. I went to school, it was violent. I dropped out of ninth grade because I went to ninth grade 3 years in a row. I couldn't finish 1 year because there was two riots, two racial riots. I've seen people get their legs broken with bats walking to school. So when I was walking to school, I just went back home. What would you do? So this is what it's like living in a city. So, and then I'm in worse condition for it because of life. And then I ended up a drug addict because 98% of everybody I ever met didn't care. It ended up just like there hasn't been one day where I didn't need something to help me get through it. And this is why I had to go Christianity over insanity. God bless.